We're 100% gonna hear a space heater going, and I'm not apologetic for that. I'm cold. So, I'm Josie. I have 3 small children, 5 and under, and I am into bodybuilding and just, growing muscle and everything after the fact that I've had kids. I had a surgery from a prolapse called a rectocele, and I do have a minor diastasis. So everything's kind of centered around that. And if you're interested in following along with that kind of journey from someone who is mom and's gone through it, then feel free. Sorry, I'm sitting on a hair dryer. I'm going to be doing my hair kind of while I'm like talking through this. Trying to get ready for the day. But it is day 1 of prep. And I took a little bit of time off because it's been some crazy weather here. So I'm in North Carolina, and first we had all kinds of ice, and now we got a whole bunch of snow. And so a lot of my days have been spent honestly just keeping my top half of my driveway clear so I can leave. And all my neighbors have like more level driveways, and then mine is just, I'm in a dip. And so being stuck stinks when you get to see everybody else driving around, purely because if there's any ice or when things melt, they melt down and they refreeze, and then I'm just trapped. So I just keep being outside and staying on top of it, and by the time I'm done with that and I have everything else I need to get to, and making sure there's water flowing through the house, and I'm staying on top of stuff doesn't dry as quickly, I just was like, you know what, I'm playing with my kids, I'm not gonna worry about that. So, day 1 in prep, and all around me, it's just so much snow. Getting some walking in. This is pretty cool, I think. It's something that I don't normally get. Although I'd be pretty chill if it was just basically tomorrow got slick and crunchy enough that me and the kids could sled, and then be gone after that. I'd be okay with that. It'd be perfect. I'm not the biggest snow lover. Okay, so right now I'm outside, I'm working on the driveway, and I'm not trying to get a heart attack. So spending like 10 minutes on with a little bit of picking up and tossing, mostly trying to push. But I just want to at least get the top half of my driveway cleared enough that it can evaporate so that it's dry and I don't get ice buildup, because I would hate to feel like I'm stuck at home in case of emergency. And also, if anyone needs to go down my driveway for any emergencies or whatever, it's safe. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I got my meal plan, so we're looking at, I think, is it 284 carbs, 177 grams for protein, and then 65 for fat. I need to go grocery shopping, but with all the ice and then with all the snow, that's just not gonna happen anytime soon. I will say, I don't live in the city. The city is like, it doesn't look like they have any plows out there at all. But here, in the little town area and stuff, it's very well cleared up. So, I mean, I'd probably go get groceries tomorrow, zero problem. I don't think I'll have any issues with that. So long as I'm going like after 10 a.m., there's not going to be any ice or anything. It's good to go. And I think it's not just because of like actual plows or the dump trucks with the attachments on them, but just people who have been looking for the opportunity to use their own home plows or help out, doing what they can. Everybody's just more into that, not right in the city. So yeah, we got where I've been working there versus these big clumps. So there's that. But day 1 of prep was yesterday, and they're still asking everybody not to go drive around and things like that. So I haven't been, and my groceries are kind of bad. I've been on the interstates to help get my husband to work, so it's only one of our vehicles can really tolerate the snow, and they're horrible, and I do not feel like driving for like another day or two. I don't like it. I can, but I don't like it. And then you have a bunch of people who, I'm not like confident enough to drive super fast. I don't have snow tires. I have all-terrain tires. I don't have chains. But I also don't need to be driving 10 or 15 in like a 35 mile per hour. And I passed someone, and there's nobody else on the road, just this one person. And I passed them, and I can't tell if they were mad at me because I passed them or if they're like beeping at me for camaraderie, but it was a little off-putting. And it seems like the worst time to be in a situation where there might be road rage, if nobody knows how to drive in it, and we're all slipping and sliding. And so, because look, if I see somebody's driving faster than me, I slow down, I scoot over, and I let them go past. And then, you know what, I continue with what I was doing. Oh, my hair got caught. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Ow. Well, I just ripped a piece of my hair out, but... So, anyway. So I don't feel like getting groceries. And right now, I can follow the macros. It's just weird food versus the meal plan I have. So instead of doing things like cottage cheese, we're doing more yogurts. And I don't know that we're doing the protein shakes the same way because I looked over it, but I didn't spend too much time because I can't do anything about it until I can actually go to the grocery store. And also spending a ton of money on making sure we had like a generator and the house was ready to go. It's also like, well, I'd like to also wait until I get paid again. So what's on the menu is a lot more shrimp and fish because my prep last time, anytime I was swapping out the red meats and chicken and stuff for shrimp, I was doing really well with it. So I think we're just going to proactively focus on that. I love shrimp. I think the biggest thing is just I like to make sure I have a little bit of the sugar-free cocktail sauce, anything that's like, was it that 5 to like 15 calorie stuff. Maybe I'll do a day of eating, but not at this moment. Not until the snow's like melted. Yeah, it was ice at first one weekend, and everyone was like, "Oh, the meteorologist lied," and it's like, well, they did say we would get ice, but fortunately, with where I live, all the rain, the freezing rain, refroze before it hit the ground, so it was like clinking, and it's frozen rain pellets, so it never froze onto power lines, creating giant icicles because it got hard before it hit anything, so it was bouncing off, and that kept it from having those like the trees with the weight of it snapping or like the power lines breaking and falling. I just realized the audio, because of where I have my phone like right next to my sink, is really bad. Sorry. And this isn't normally going to end up being my favorite spot to do these videos going forward, but I had to get breakfast started for my kids, and I don't have a lot of time. So as I'm working my way to actually getting into doing this more consistently, more regularly, and making the time for it, it's not going to be, these things always fall out anyway, and I just would rather hairspray them. It's going to be the kind of thing where sometimes it's better than other times, and also just using an iPhone, it's not very good with the audio quality, I feel like, half the time. I don't know if it's just, I know if you use a cinematic mode, it does something with the voice, so it doesn't just change the camera, it does something to the mic or how it captures audio, and it's bad. From my experience, like every now and then it's okay, but usually it's more bad. So even though I like the cinematic mode on iPhone, it sounds pretty bad. Looks good, sounds bad. Or it doesn't focus correctly. One moment, let me finish braiding this. Okay, now I got this basic braid in because I'm not very good with hair, and I already got interrupted. You wake up early thinking you're gonna get stuff done, and they wake up early right along with you. Well, that's the last of this hairspray bottle. Okay. I'll have to wash it later. I had to look back what I was talking about. And I think where I was leaving off is that my macros, I can still accomplish my macros without having gone to the grocery store, and that's where I went on the tangent because of the roads. But we're looking at 177 protein, 249 carbs, and 65 for fat, and that means grams. So it's been really hard, and by it's been really hard I just mean even looking at yesterday, to eat that many carbs. It's amazing how once I eat the protein and some of the fat that I'm like, how am I supposed to eat the rest of that? Because a lot of my eating, and I think I've shared screenshots prior to yesterday and what the meal plan is going forward, which, cool thing though, it's the same every day. There's not a workout day version or a rest day version. But in eating that way, I would just eat, like, no lie, half a cup of peanut butter in a day. And I would eat fried food, like actually fried, things like bacon. And that makes it super easy to be like, wow, I'm having so many calories. But it's not a quantity thing the same way. So now I need to be eating 249 grams of carbs. And I was like, including all the vegetables I was eating. But for this, we track the carbs from things that aren't vegetables, except for, I believe, the asparagus. So it's like, okay, if I have a handful of lettuce to go with, you know, what else I'm eating, we don't track that, so it's volume. But then that's on top of all of the, like, potatoes, rice, the quantity. And I just forget how last prep, it's funny because I went to bed and my stomach was growling. I'm like, here we go. Because at what I'm eating at, it's like a 600-700 calorie deficit a day, already starting up. Even if it's over 2,200 calories, it's still a significant deficit for me, not including adding cardio. But I was shoveling, so I'm just doing more anyway. But yeah. But I'm going to hold on to it, you know, and so I'm just going to time and make sure before I go to bed, which always means that when I wake up, my weight is up because I eat so close to sleeping. But that's how it's a lot easier to just like have coffee or tea and run off of that, and not really feel hungry until around 11 a.m., 12 p.m. And then as it's later in the day, it's a lot harder if I haven't eaten. And I know for some people it's, well, they might binge at the end of the day, but for me it's a lot harder to have a large meal in the morning and then still not eat before bed. So as long as I kind of it's stuck, fingers are stuck, as long as I'm eating a nice meal before bed, I'm pretty good. So we're good there. I need to take a break and get the rest of the morning going, and then I will come back. Everything I'm doing thus far is one day behind, so I can actually experience my day and then keep you apprised on how it's gone. But yeah, I'm going to be trying to practice getting my makeup, and so I'll go for a bolder look today. I really want to incorporate a lot of glitter if I can when I actually do my show, but there's just a lot of fun going on. But I need to go take care of that, and we'll keep talking about meals and stuff. Pretty much all I've been doing for makeup is just my eyebrows and my eyeshadow. And again, I am no makeup artist. I just want it to be half decent to be on stage. And honestly, stage makeup, it can look beautiful, but a lot of times I think sometimes some of the freakier looking looks backstage in terms of how contrasting it is, looks, or blunt too. I actually thought that my eyeliner for Tournament of Champs, it did not go all the way here. I didn't think it looked as good in person, but I thought it looked a lot better on stage. Now the lighting on the two different stages were different as well, but I'm not going to beat myself up over that. I have very thin eyebrows on this side. I'm really putting myself out there. I am not. Do you see the difference? This is hard for me. I'm very self-conscious with this. Especially if I have to go over anything else, do it again. But I mean, part of it is I gotta get faster at it. Especially if I'm doing my makeup early. Although I think one of the benefits of learning to do your own makeup is you don't have those early in the morning appointment times, which I had plenty of those early in the morning appointment times. And by plenty, I mean 2. Then you're just sitting all glammed up, but you can't really... Well, I mean, some people do go out to, like, eat with their family where they don't really eat anything. They just kind of hang out, like, get a tea or something, or if they can get, like, a clean patty or something. But I do not do well with not resting, so... Okay. Eyebrows. So the only thing I'm not really doing is foundation, since it is first thing in the morning and not like the end of the day, and it would be either bronzer or whatever, but it's so much highlighter here, especially this portion, I think, is what looks good on stage. It looks crazy in person. It doesn't look good in person. It looks kind of like, I don't know. Not good. It looks very aggressive. But I do have all kinds of, like, powder and stuff. It's just, I'm not even wearing that right now. And then pink always look good. I don't know what's going to look good with the teal, and so I think I need more makeup. And then my brushes, for sure, already got a ton of glitter on it. Let's see that. I feel 12. No, I feel 12 back when I was 12. I do not feel like a modern day 12. But I'm just getting that. And then the thing that I've been seeing is for stage makeup is I don't really see anybody with any of the, like, creases or anything like that. It's just all like a gradient from darker to lighter for the most part. So that is the theme that I am going with, going darker to lighter and just making a kind of ombre. Oh my gosh. Not a very girly girl. In terms of I just rarely get the time to do this, so I am not very good, but it's fine because you get good by practicing and seeing what works, and I'm not going to beat myself up over that. I'm in my era of just not caring. And if you think it looks bad, well, you're entitled. If you know someone who does a really good job, share the video link. I don't think I have that turned off. But I mean, even with links, you can usually just screenshot it. So if you want a trick, when a link doesn't work that you see in a comment section, I would say a lot of phones now, you just screenshot it, and instead of trying to, like, memorize it, it can read the text in the screenshot these days. So then you can just copy the link from your screenshot photos and pull it up. And that's what I do whenever I'm looking at all kinds of, like, arguments and sections where people, or if I'm seeing weird information about whatever online, and people are putting either proof that it happened, like video links, or they are putting, what is it? Proof that it happened, or, the opposite, disproving it with evidence. And then, like, you know, like on Instagram, and it doesn't let you, like, pull it up or anything. Yeah, you just screenshot it. So, anyone else hate the iOS 26 update? It's so bad. Look like I got smacked in the eyes. I need to clean all my brushes. Oh, this is not bold enough. Oh, I just dropped something. It's fine. Nothing that just adding more can't help. And I'm sure if I use like better primers, creamers, whatever, I do a better job, but that's just... I really just go for an overall feel. Now, I think this is where it makes a difference whenever I do makeup. That's like the point, whatever. We want to put glitter if I want. Just I don't know, it just elevates it. There we go. I wasn't sitting on it first. This might be on the hair of just a little too much. Leave that out because I gotta clean it. Gotta wash my hands for this next part. Okay, this part I'm actually just gonna do. It's putting on liquid eyeliner because there's nothing I can teach you. That's not the kind of person I am. But if you want to look up how to do it, you can, and obviously practice that. I'm just sharing this because if there's anybody else who's had kids and feels like they haven't had time for themselves and maybe doesn't have the money to go the full, like, pay for absolutely everything, I am in the same boat. I don't know how to do stage makeup, and I will not have the funds to do hair and makeup come May. So I'm going to spend a few months practicing and getting better at it. Like, as you can see, my hair is a hot mess, but if you're in the same position that I am in, there's hope for you. There's hope for you because I trust that I will be able to do something presentable by then. I've done so much that I'm amazed that I've accomplished it. But I've done it, and I've just gotten over my own ick and cringe factor about myself. And if anyone else thinks I'm cringy or icky, that's their problem. That's not my problem. Because I would never have gone and done the first show that I did if I couldn't get over that. So I'm gonna go put this on, and then I will do mascara, and I think that does the eyes. I don't know if I'm gonna put anything on my face. It's just, with the weather being so dry, I already have a ton of problem with that. And you know what? We can just do one step at a time. I don't think getting the highlighter and stuff, both times I got it done, it was basically focusing on the lower half and making sure that the eyes were bold. And the only thing is my lips need to be brighter. At the Clash, I looked kind of corpse-ish by the time I actually went on stage. So I had pink lipstick on, but it really wore off, and so I need to just be on top of that. We are back, and I got the dark eyes on now. I have falsies, but they take a really long time to put on, and I do know how to put them on. So maybe I will get more, because I only use them a few times, and then I don't know how to clean them. So I get rid of what I use and I run out, so I would need to get more. But I got falsies, and maybe I'll do something with that. It's a much more dramatic look. And I do prefer the thick falsies versus the wispies for the eyes, because I don't know, the way it encapsulates your eyes, it needs to be dark, you know, just so you know eyes are here. For people who say matching suits to eye color, I don't think that really matters. No one's seeing your eye color. I don't know how well, one moment. I have been making my own suit, so I don't know how well this looks with this makeup up here, but I feel like it's a pretty neutral look. I might try and go more silver, we'll see. But I would need to be careful, because by the end of prep, I'm a little bit grayed out. So here's the bottoms. I don't know, like, how does that look with it? Like the slight pink? It might be fine. But as long as this is really dark and the lips are visible, I feel like it's fine. I feel like suit color really only matters because hair, the stage backdrop, if everybody's wearing the same thing, although in a sense I feel like you're getting like truly rated, if everybody's wearing like the same color, you're really being rated just on your physique, not just like the package deal. But I can't find what I'm looking for. One moment. Alright, so this is like one of the colors that I got here, whatever this is. I did a bad job. Yeah, this is, I don't know, what do we think? I think it looks honestly better with this, so we'll have to see. Because I got a couple other colors. I have, more like an actual red, but that might be too aggressive. I think having the blue with the contrast right next to it makes it look red while it looks orange when it's just against the black. And here I am not even looking into the camera. So I think that's gonna wrap up this video. I am making a suit. I'm practicing doing my makeup. I'll do my hair at some point, but day one of prep was pretty good. I did my workout. I learned a few exercises that aren't very good. I don't think I'm gonna do shorts like I did last prep. It was just very demanding, and I got a lot of stuff going on. And all I can tell you is next week is gonna be brutal, and the videos will likely be horrible quality or short. They'll be like, or both. They'll be like 4 minutes long and horrible quality. So enjoy these long forms while you can. But that is it for my video. We are here. We are DIYing our suits. We're learning to DIY our makeup, our hair, everything. We're going to be a DIY queen. The only thing is I'm not a cobbler, so I don't know how to DIY the shoes or the heels. But maybe someday I'll learn. Who knows? But I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you for making it this far. I know I didn't really talk any more about food, but I'm having fun with it. Oh, also, this is a heated shirt. Right before your cycle, you know when you get the chills or near the end of prep, and you're just cold because of having no body weight. This is amazing. My husband got it for me for Christmas, and it has been what I've been using right before my cycle restarts. So the end of, because technically when your menstrual cycle starts, it's the first day of your period. So the very end, when I'm freezing and my body's getting ramped up to do everything, this is so good. But yeah, I hope that you had a wonderful week. I'm sorry this video is a little weird. I'm gonna try and get better at it, but we are getting back into the grind, the routine. Anyway, I'm Josie. Again, if you liked it, thumbs up. If you want to follow along, subscribe. Show date that we're aiming for is May 30th. Might get pushed back to June. We'll see. but I am very, very excited this time. Doing my own stuff. I'm so excited to wear this, and I'm almost done. It looks so good on me, except that I do think, you know, maybe like once I lose like 6 pounds or so, probably fit better, because I can't even sew it on, because it's not a stretchy material the same way, so I can't even like sew the bottoms closed until I lose enough weight. But yeah, I'm so excited for that. So excited for making posing suits, all this. We got a little bit going on over here in my world. So you want to leave a comment? I would greatly appreciate it. But I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.